we're going to take a look at who some of the best. We're going to take a look at the best 23s for each team, starting alphabetically. So Adelaide. How do you want to do this? We'll have the graphic up on the side. So.
Yeah, well, we can kind of just go through defenders, midfielders, and then forwards.
Yep.
First, and Adelaide's back line is going to be probably the most intriguing area of their selection after losing Tom Doedee and probably not having Nick Murray for the first half of the year. Now we've kind of got this more of the best possible side, not at round one side. So Murray in this is named. If he's not playing, in those early rounds, you look at a Josh Worrell or James Borlase. We've got Dan Curtin starting. He's going to be one of a few draftees, I think, that are right in that round one mix. Jordan Butts holds his role as that leading key defender. Max Michelini, again, will come in as the lockdown medium-sized defender on some of those smaller forwards. And Brodie Smith, Wayne Miller are some of these guys that will offer some run. Mark Keen's a depth option. Draft recruit Oscar Ryan probably going to get a bit of time to develop, so don't expect him too early into the year. Rolling through to midfielders, you got your Jordan Dawson, Rory Laird, again going to lead the way. Who's going to be that third man is a big question. Is Matt Crouch going to find that form that he had when he returned to the side late into this year? Does Isaac Rankin or Josh Rochelle push further up the field and get more minutes in there? What can we expect from Rory Sloane and Ben Keys, and how are they going to kind of work through their rotations? Most likely again through the forward third, so it could be kind of in a mix with Rankin and Rochelle in that regard. The wings, Jake Saligo probably slots onto one and Mitch Hinge on the other. Chase Jones and Miller, as we mentioned before, probably some further options for them to consider. Harry Schoenberg, Lockie Scholl as well. Schoenberg was really strong at sample level, but just couldn't break in to Matthew Nix's side as much as he had hoped. Charlie Edwards is probably one that could get a look at some point through midfield. Nice tall midfielder with a bit of run. So certainly not short of options, but they really want to find that third midfielder to join Dawson and Laird in the middle. And you can expect Riley O'Brien to take on those first string ruck duties. Riley Thorpe will pinch hit here and there, but obviously he'll play forward a fair bit throughout the season. Taylor Walker, Darcy Fogarty, those two other focal points, I guess, from their tall contingent. Whether Elliot Himmelberg gets a decent look next year, I'm not too sure, but he'll want to make his name again at the senior level when he gets a chance. Isaac Rankin, Josh Rochelle, Luke Pedlar, pretty formidable small forward unit. Yep. As mentioned, Ben Keys is probably going to play a bit forward, as would Rory Sloane when not in midfield. Jake Saligo can kind of drift across half forward. They did pick up Chris Burgess, who I think might be favoured ahead of Himmelberg as well. So he's going to be interesting to see how much he's used to start next season. They got a plan for Taylor Walker at some point. As good as he's playing over the last few years, they'll have Fogarty, they'll have Phil Thorpe, but they certainly want to make sure that outside of those two, they've got other options, and that's your Himmelbergs and your Burgesses. So, a few roundel up, others to kind of include. Ned McHenry, Lockie Murphy will probably be in that 23 mix. And then outside of that, some of these guys like your Scholes, Keane, Crouch, Schomburg, Himmelberg are probably the ones that we've got missing that are in that mix outside of the best 23 for the Crows.
Yep. Yeah, I like the idea of Curtin's there as getting straight into the team. He does look ready-made. I think one of the strongest parts of this list is probably their forward line. I really like to look at their forward line. If Taylor Walker stays fit, given it might be, one of his last years, but that's a definite push for finals, even top four, really.
Should be playing top 8 footy.
Yeah. And they got some good, they're set for the future with Rochelle, Fogarty and Rankin. He's there as well. So, looking good.